So I wanted to talk to you about a bit of a hair experiment that I ran in the last 7 days. I saw this really amazing video on YouTube where this young lady used this hair concoction and applied it to her scalp and her hair for 7 days, and her hair grew 2 inches. And I thought, I had saved it for a while in my watch list, and to kind of remind me to, hey, when you get a chance, don't forget to try this out. And so since I had been doing, using hair vitamins and sugar hair vitamins, I wanted to wait until I wasn't using anything else just to make sure that, I wasn't altering my results and things like that. So I have used it. I started it last Monday, from Monday to Monday. So I've used it for 7 days. And basically what the concoction is you take 7 ounces of aloe vera gel, and I believe it's 3 tablespoons of Jamaican black castor oil. And I'll have the ingredients down below, just in case for some reason I'm getting it wrong, as well as a link to the original video that I saw this information in. And so basically you scrape out aloe vera gel from the fresh plant, and then put in 3 tablespoons of aloe vera gel in a blender, blend it together, mix it together, or in a bowl and whisk it, however you want to do it. That's how it was done in the original video. My deviation from the original was the fact that I made the decision to use store-bought aloe vera gel. And the reason I did that is because I didn't want to have to store this in the refrigerator for a week. I'm just not the type of person to have to store any of my hair products in the refrigerator. For me and my lifestyle, it just isn't practical. And so I use store-bought aloe vera gel because it has preservatives in it, so that I wouldn't have to worry about having to use refrigeration in order to keep it from going bad. So that's why I made a decision not to use a fresh aloe vera gel from the fresh aloe vera plant. No, you could. I made a decision not to. Now let's talk about some of the claims. Grow your hair 2 inches in a week. I think that's a bit of an unrealistic expectation. When I started this, that was not my goal. I just didn't think that was even feasible. As someone with multi-textured hair, curly/kinky hair, I just did not think that was possible. So that wasn't my goal. My goal was to see how much my hair could grow in a week using this hair concoction, this hair treatment. But I never anticipated that my hair would grow 2 inches. So let me just put that out there. I don't think my hair has grown 2 inches in a week. I mean, that's just me. But if it grew 1 inch in a week, I think that would be incredibly successful. So, and I haven't measured my hair yet, but that's kind of where I was hoping it would get to, is maybe 1 inch in a week. But even if it grew 1/2 inch in a week, that's still pretty good too, right? So, I mean, I think 1/2 inch or more would be pretty successful for a week's worth of your time. Now, the process is a bit arduous. For some of you, it's going to be maybe even impossible to try to complete something like this, because the process is you start out on freshly washed hair. So you do your normal wash routine. So whatever that looks like for you, shampoo, condition, deep condition, any sort of hair treatments you do on your wash day. So you do your normal wash routine on day 1, okay? And then you apply the aloe vera and Jamaican black castor oil concoction to your hair and scalp. You massage your scalp for, 4 to 5 minutes, and then you style your hair however you want to style your hair. So that's basically what I did. And then on all the subsequent days 2 through 7, you basically do the same thing, but instead of, shampooing your hair, you can rinse your hair or just co-wash your hair. And I chose to co-wash my hair. So I think the process of having to wet your hair every day, well, not just wet your hair, having to, get in the shower, rinse it off, or bend over a sink or a bathtub and have your hair be doused with water, that could be problematic for some people depending on their hair type. I mean, it just is, right? For me, I made it work, but I think it helps that I work from home. If you do not, this could be a bit of an issue trying to do something like this before going to work. Now, perhaps you could do it when you come home from work. I think that might work. That might be a more realistic solution for you. But it's going to be a bit of a hassle, because I mean, by day 4 or 5, I kind of was at the point where I was like, ugh, I really don't want to have to wash my hair again, and you know what I mean? Now, like I said, I wasn't shampooing, that was co-washing, but still, just the act of having to douse your hair with water and do all of that. I mean, I kind of was getting annoyed with the entire process by the 4th or 5th day. And I'm just being honest with you. My curl definition was amazing, okay? Literally the best wash and go in terms of curl definition, separation of curls, tingle freeness, ever. I mean, literally, so if nothing else, even if this doesn't work, I think I might mix up this concoction or make some sort of derivation of it to try to come up with a hair cream or something, or curl cream, using something like this, because it really defined my hair in a way that was just phenomenal. I was seriously impressed with how well my hair was defined. And even now, like I said, I haven't measured my hair yet, but look at that wave action, okay? I mean, seriously defined my hair in an absolutely amazing way. I think what kind of helped me kind of get through this arduous process is the fact that I styled my hair very simply for 7 days, just because I knew if I'm going to have to, you know, have my hair be doused with water every single day, I'm going to have to simplify in order to be able to kind of get through. So what I did is I basically wore my hair in a top knot every single day, or you could do like a really low bun. But I did like a top knot every day, and if I didn't do a top knot, then I basically wore my hair, I think 2 days out of the 7, I wore my hair in a wash and go. And like I said, I got seriously the best wash and go of my entire life using this hair concoction. So I think it's worth it just for that, just for the hair definition. Like, even if you don't get, you know, astronomical hair growth from this, I think it's worth it just to get some amazing hair definition, especially if you're someone like me who wears wash and goes a lot, or you have issues defining your curls, etc., separating your curls. If you have issues, you know, in terms of trying to find something to style your hair. I mean, even though I use store-bought Aloe Vera Gel, you know, it's a lot healthier than a lot of the other gels in the market. So preservatives and all, it's still going to be healthier than a lot of the other gels in the market. So I think it's worth it just for that. Let's see, what else? So yeah, I think that's it. So let's see what kind of hair growth, if at all, I got from this. Again, I'm not expecting anything crazy. And I don't feel like my hair really grew that much. I mean, I think it's kind of a lot to expect your hair to grow that much in a week. But if it did grow anything substantial, I think this could be a great alternative to people who can't do the inversion method, or who have used inversion method and find it to be too uncomfortable, or who it doesn't work for. Like for me, once I started exercising more consistently, the inversion method stopped working for me. Which is kind of a bummer, because I got amazing hair growth from that. I was getting 3/4 of an inch to an inch a month using the inversion method. But then once I bumped up my routine to 6 days a week exercising on a consistent basis for an hour a day, it stopped working altogether for me. So if you, like I said, if you can't use the inversion method, or you just simply don't like the inversion method, or you're a little wary of using it, I think this could be a really great alternative if it works. Okay, so let's get to it and see exactly if this hair concoction did anything. Here are my measurements. didn't work for me, which is not to say it won't work for you, but I didn't get any hair growth from it. Again, I got positive results in terms of how I liked how my hair looked and how it styled my hair, how my hair felt, but zero growth. So again, I think it's important to keep realistic expectations when you're trying something. Again, from the outset, I never expected to get 2 inches of hair growth. I would have been happy getting a ½ inch, but that didn't happen, so. That did not happen. And I didn't want to waste your time uploading all these measurements just for it to be 0, 0, 0, 0. So again, no hair growth here, but it did do wonders in terms of styling my hair. So I might remember it in that regard, but for everything else, I would just say make sure you have realistic expectations if you do decide to try this. All right, talk to you guys later.